How's everybody? Happy Sunday night. I think it's Sunday night, or at least Sunday-ish, maybe Monday's morning-ish for some of you. Hi, guys. How's everybody? I'm going to give it a couple minutes before I jump into the topic because so more people can, get in on the chat. You guys, I have so many notes. I have so many notes for this live. Let's see. Oh, yes. Thank you, Alex Mack. Oh, my God. Alex Mack. Oh, my God. You're bringing me back. You're bringing me back to my childhood. I don't know how many of you know about that show in this chat. Oh, my God. That's totally a flash from my past. That's hysterical. Oh, aloha. Hi. Hawaii trip soon. Oh, my gosh. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Enjoy. Have a lot of fun. How's everyone doing? Is everyone working okay with this energy? I know it's been intense, and I know for light workers, especially me, it's been really hard on me. Come with me. Oh my God. You guys also, I know some of you have been asking about where the videos have been the last couple of days. Honestly, guys, I've been asleep the last couple of days. It's been really kind of crazy. I can't believe how much I slept. I mean, I've been in and out, for water and stuff, but I've been asleep since Friday, and it's Sunday. Clearly I needed the rest, right? Oh no, double cancer. Oh yeah, you probably have been hit pretty hard by this. Hey guys, where are we at? A minute and a half? Okay, I'll give it another minute and a half actually before I chime in. Have you guys noticed the lighting? Yeah, I worked on it. Hold on, let's see. Your last Pisces reading was so on point. Oh my gosh, yep. Oh my God, you guys, the water sign readings wiped me out. Wait, why isn't it showing? Okay, that one's fine. It looks good. Yeah, thank you. I am so not tech for my newbies. I am not tech savvy. So I've been trying really hard to educate myself to get a little bit more advanced on my channel. So it's been quite the learning curve, but you'll see little tidbits of improvements here and there. Oh no, can't stop crying. Oh, that's probably your heart chakra stuff. Hold on. That one's fine. I said that one's fine. Let's see. That one's fine. I know I need to get moderators in here. Oh, aloha from Maui. Scorpio reading was on point. Scorpio, oh my God. You guys were cracking me up during that reading. Seriously, you guys were making me laugh. But guys, this eclipse energy, just looking at my notes, it's this is a no joke, no messing around kind of energy, okay? And we have that second one late. I'm already starting. I didn't mean to start. Just can't help but talk about it. But guys, it's going to be a crazy month. It's going to be probably, I would say out of all the months of the year, this is going to be crunch time. This is going to be crunch time. This is going to be where a lot of the turning points, pivotal points happen. It's just about taking charge though and going for it. Let's see. August, Leo and Eclipse. Oh my gosh, you're a Leo? Leos, I feel like the rest of the year is going to go really well for Leos. It's been really rough on Leos, ridiculously hard on Leos. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're now at about 3 minutes. Cancer rising from New Orleans. Oh, that's so cool. I've only been to New Orleans once. I'm dying to go back. I was there pre-hurricane. So I'm dying to check it out now. Let's see, that one's fine. Anyway, guys, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so first of all, let's start with the fact. Oh, thanks for the $9.99. I love you, girl. Orlando, Scorpio here. Oh, that's so cool. There's a lot of shit going on with Florida and the Earth grid. But you know what? I might do a video with Adriana on that because she's way more tapped into it than I am. And actually, guys, just because there is so much I'm going to be going over, I know I'm going to get lost in my own notes. Thank you for everybody who will be sending super chats. I just won't be able to catch all of them and give shout outs. So I apologize, but I just know I'm going to get a little lost in this information because there's a lot. It's very complex energy that we're working with. So again, thank you in advance, everybody who's going to be sending those, and I'll do a big thank you at the end. I really appreciate it. Okay. All right, guys. So let's talk about this eclipse. So first and foremost, it is a new moon Cancer energy that is creating this eclipse, okay? Thanks for the $14.99. I know I just said I wouldn't do shout outs. Okay, that was the last one. Thank you, Apple, because you did it just on the dot. Okay. So it's a new moon in Cancer energy happening on the 2nd of July, about 10 degrees. So it's going to be very, very strong Cancerian energy. And when I say strong energy, that means it's in the beginning, the first 10 degrees of that sign. That's when you have the strongest sign energy. So check your charts for any Cancer placements that are between 0 and 10 degrees. And those are the houses that will most likely be affected. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So if it's in your 10th house, a lot of this energy is going to go down in your workplace. If it's in the 4th house, it's going to be a lot going on in family. Keeping in mind, Cancer in general is about home, family, inner circle, all of your emotions about that, and along with emotional fulfillment. And that is going to be the core of this eclipse that we're dealing with, okay? The other cool thing about this eclipse is that not only is it a really strong eclipse, which just so you guys know, I always talk about pre-shadow and post-shadow effects on all these planetary shifts. When it comes to eclipses, it's a little different. It's a little funkier because eclipses, just think of it as like an amplification of the energy of that moon cycle. Think of it that way, okay? A pre-shadow effect is about a month before the eclipse and about 6 months after for the post-shadow. I know that's a lot, right? I know that's intense, but it actually brings us to the next 6 months where we, through to the 6-month mark, can't talk today, sorry guys, where we actually do have a new moon in Capricorn happening at the end of December. Not coincidental. That's going to be a big part of like what I'm going to be talking about, okay? The cool thing about this eclipse, they're either navigated by the south node or the north node. This one is by the north node, which is way easier, way better, which is also in Cancer, okay? It's awesome because the north node is about pushing us towards our purpose, pushing us to where we need to be, pushing us to essentially our destiny, essentially, right? So for anybody who's ever been confused on north nodes, south nodes, check your charts, your north node, and that is usually the kind of energy that you need to strive towards, the kind of aspects you need to incorporate into your life, into your being to get further along on your path and your destiny, okay? Just for those who don't really understand north nodes and south nodes, all right? Okay, so it's working in our favor, guys. So eclipses are infamous for pushing us in and out of situations very quickly, very abruptly, whether we like it or not, okay? Whether we like it or not. So this push that you guys are going to be experiencing, all of us are going to be experiencing, it's for our it's for the better. It's for the better. So even if you feel like, oh my God, how could this happen to me? You know, I wanted to stay, I liked where I was, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't where you were meant to be. It wasn't. This eclipse is all about our emotional fulfillment, what we truly feel, not what we think we need to be feeling, but what we are actually feeling, especially in the realm of family, soul tribe, emotions, and home. So a lot of people are going to be in situations where you might have to move or you might be thinking about moving. Which I know is just part of the energy, but guys, something to keep in mind, we have a lot of retrogrades right now. And when I will talk about Mercury, I will. It's going to be a long live. There's a lot going on, guys, just in the first 2 weeks. I'm only covering the first 2 weeks of July, okay? There's a lot of retrogrades going on right now in what I call the long haul planets. So we have Saturn, we have Jupiter, we have Neptune, we have Pluto, all in retrograde right now. They're all in retrograde, okay? They're coming and they're going direct at different times. Pluto, and is it Neptune? Pluto and Neptune are going direct in the fall, okay, which is going to be very crucial, and I'll explain why in a minute. But because of all these retrogrades, the long haul planets of our long haul stability of what happens to us in, why is that flashing? That is freaking me out. Okay, I was like, what the heck? Anyway, that was very strange. Because of these long haul planets in retrograde, keep in mind that if you plan a move or anything serious like that, like any kind of major change in the 3D sense of like your physical, your home, your materials, your car, things like that, you might need to just think about it a little harder, okay? Just think about it a little harder, especially because we do have Mercury going retrograde on the 7th, okay? So if you're planning anything in the next 2 weeks in that regard, just know these long haul planets are in retrograde, okay? Okay? All right, so just keep that in mind. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, yes. Okay, so there's the other issue that you might encounter during this eclipse. So the eclipses are pushing you into situations or out of situations to get you on your path to where you need to go for your emotional fulfillment, right? A lot of that comes with our own decision making, but we still have a lot of past shit coming up. That's kind of keeping us away from the new. The flashing is making me crazy. Okay, that's weird. And every time I say it, it stops. That is really strange. I don't have any houses in Cancer, but okay. Well, that's okay. It also does affect cardinal signs. That's the other thing I want to touch on. It also affects cardinal signs, not just Cancers. Cancers first and foremost, then Capricorn, then probably Libra, and then Aries. No, I'd say Aries actually, because Chiron is also retrograde. So Aries and then Libra. Aries and then Libra. So anyway, moving on. But we're still dealing with a lot of shit from the past. People are still purging. People are still wrapping up karmic stuff, especially regarding our soul tribe and family. This has been a major theme. I've seen it with a lot of people. And also with this energy, we have, like I said, Pluto's retrograde. That's the biggest one that's keeping a lot of this past stuff coming up. Pluto is about the underworld, what's hidden. And because it's in retrograde, it's still bringing up stuff until October when it goes direct. So keep in mind that while all that is going on and you're trying to look ahead and go for the new, plan for the new, in a way, it's almost causing like a bit of a delay, but a needed delay so that the shit can get dealt with. And for those of you who have a lot of like family stuff, family drama, or just things that have been unresolved, unspoken, secrets, drama, bullshit, tensions, prepare for that to come to a head in July. I'm not even shitting you. Prepared for that to come to a head in July. And it might become explosive. I won't explain the aspect of why it's going to be explosive. It's a lot of Mars with Uranus stuff, but I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to throw you guys off track. There's a lot of explosive energy coming in on the 11th of July. That's when this aspect that I'm not really discussing is coming into play. Because again, I don't want to throw you guys off track. On the 11th of July, explosive energy is going to come in. Energy that's actually associated with earthquakes and things of that nature, which I'm not trying to predict anything. I'm not trying to predict any earthquakes or anything, but if it happens, I wouldn't be surprised. But that kind of energy is what's going to be at play. And we have Mercury and Mars in Leo. That's a lot of intense heat, fire, explosivity, volatility. A lot of conversations are going to be had, especially around family, especially around what we deserve, what we feel we deserve, what's going to make all of us happy. But everyone's going to be taking on this energy. So it is going to be very uncomfortable. People might get a little in your face. You might get in other people's faces a little bit, because that Mars Mercury, both in Leo, it creates overconfidence as well. So you're going to be looking at your life and going within because of this new moon, which is about going within, being a little self-reflective, planting those seeds of how to go about things in the new, how to take on new perspectives. And you're going to realize that there have been people who've been holding you back from your emotional fulfillment, and that a lot of yourself has been holding, there are aspects of yourself that have been holding that back for you, right? And it's going to be time for you to be like, wait a minute, this is not okay. This ain't okay. It's time for me to be happy in every way I can be happy, and I'm not going to live by other people anymore. That's the energy we're going to be working with. So people are going to butt heads because everyone's going to be having these epiphanies. Everyone's going to be feeling this way to some extent. And in families, yeah, explosive. It's already happened for me a little bit, and I'm like, I'm bracing the collective because it's going to be very uncomfortable, but it's going to lead to emotional fulfillment. And who does? Okay, I know this light's making me nuts. Why does it keep doing that? Oh my God, so 1.0. Oh, so some of you have already been experiencing this. Okay, fabulous. So yeah, that Mars Mercury in Leo, just be prepared, and also, check in on yourself too, that if you're being a little overly confident or not, just double check yourself, because that's what that that's what that aspect tends to do, because they will be conjunct. Okay. Another thing to keep in mind though, that's going to be conjunct until we hit the 19th, which is just after the next eclipse. And then Mercury, still retrograding, by the way, which is also creating difficult conversations, retrogrades into Cancer. That's going to make a lot of arguments happen. Sorry, it just is. I mean, Mercury retrograding in Cancer, a water sign, the nurturing sign, retrograding along with conjuncting with Mars in Leo, fire on top of fire. And then Venus is in Gemini until the 3rd, and then it goes into Cancer. Yeah, a lot of Cancer Leo energy is going to create a lot of discomfort. Some people are going to be acting and speaking from their feelings, while others are going to be acting and speaking from what they feel they need to do, from what they just feel they need to do. So just be prepared for that. It's going to be very uncomfortable, tight squeeze, but a lot of stuff is going to be laid out in the open. A lot of stuff can come to resolution and become resolved, which is fabulous. And for anyone who sets intentions on new moons, which we all should, right? We all should. Anyone who sets intentions on this new moon, you're going to see it come to fruition, most likely in fall, all the way through to like January 2020, because all these planets, Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto. By time November hits, they're all going to be direct. Okay, making all the long haul stuff a little bit more stable, set in stone. We're digging up shit that has affected us long term. Also, why these planets are in retrograde and why we're dealing with really deeply rooted shit, because the long haul planets have been in retrograde, including Pluto. But you're going to see the results of your intentions come fall. And like I said, all the way up to that eclipse we're having in Capricorn, which is the new moon in Capricorn. It will be a solar eclipse. It might be a partial, but it is definitely a solar eclipse on the 26th of December, bringing us into 2020, having purged a lot of shit that we've needed to purge for years, like 4 years. This isn't just small shit. Getting rid of people, habits, dynamics, aspects of ourselves that we haven't needed for a long time that have been keeping us from our emotional fulfillment. Okay, so just keep that in mind. This is basically a marathon. The eclipse might be shoving us into situations and out of situations very abruptly, but then we have the next 6 months to really put in the work ourselves to get to where we want to be. All right, this is just the first mile. It's just the first mile. The universe is essentially setting us up, but it's up to us to knock it all down, right? And to get, what is it called? God, I haven't bowled in years. What is it called? A strike. Actually, just stop and think about that for a second. Oh, all right. Let me see if I missed anything. I think that's the gist of what I wanted to say. Oh, the unexpected. So again, a Uranus aspect that I don't want to get into because I don't want to overcomplicate it. Uranus aspect, along with the fact that we do have 2 eclipses going on in July, a lot of unexpected shit's going to happen. A lot of unexpected stuff. Again, for better or for worse, it's all to get us to where we need to be and for us to be happier. The more we fight this energy, the harder it's going to bite us in the ass. This is not a time to fight energy. This is a time to work with it. This is a time to roll with the punches and to have plans of action in place and to really be honest with ourselves. People are going to be putting up with no bullshit right now. People are going to be speaking from a place of, I need this to be said because I need this to be done because I need to be happy, truly happy, not looking happy, not the image of happy, not the happy of other people expect, but what actually makes me happy. A lot of career changes are going to be happening. I already know that a lot of career changes are going to be happening, especially because we have that full moon in Cap coming up in July. And then we end with that second new moon in Leo on the 31st, I do believe, when Mercury goes direct. Now, I will talk about Mercury retrograde a little bit, just because, you know, a lot of people get really worried and worked up. Mercury retrograde is not something to get super upset about, guys. It happens so often during the year, and I've talked about this before, but I know I have a lot of newbies that maybe do not quite understand or grasp that. So I've just crunched the numbers myself, honestly, because I'm such a nerd. Hold on, wait, that one's okay. I'm such a math nerd, I couldn't help it. So I actually just looked up, like, on average, how many days of the year are in Mercury retrograde, and then I just did a quick little division. On average, it's 20% of the year is in Mercury retrograde. Other years is 25%. There's no way you can, like, live your life rationally and not make decisions during Mercury retrograde. Now, if you have been working on something for a while leading up to Mercury retrograde, you're probably okay. You're probably okay. Wait. I can't read that. What does it say? 1330 people are in here. Oh, oh my God, guys, drop a like. Drop a like, please. We need more likes for how many people are in here. Thank you for pointing that out, by the way. So guys, just know that, like, it's not realistic to not make decisions. But like I said, if you've been working on something for a while, go ahead and make that decision. You're probably okay. Now, if something unexpected happens, because it probably will, because of these aspects and because of these eclipses, just don't make a hasty choice. Don't make a hasty choice. Make the choice that is about your emotional fulfillment. That's what this energy is about, first and foremost. But don't make a hasty choice. Think about it. Just think about it. Give yourself at least a few days, whatever it is. Thank you for the $5, Debbie, and everyone else who gave super chats. I noticed they all came in. I really want to thank you guys for that. I really appreciate it. I just didn't want to get lost in all my notes because, as you can tell, there's a lot going on. This is very complicated energy. All right, so just know that about Mercury retrograde. All right, you guys are fine. Thank you, Scorpio Sun, for the 1111. I started with the family explosions last week. Oh no, like I said, pre-shadow's a month before. So think about where you were a month from now. That's when the eclipse pre-shadow really started. I already felt it was going to be very Tauri summer. And you know, last summer was intense. Last summer we had 6 planets retrograde. 6. 6. Oh, at least this one's a little lighter. But yeah, guys, think about where you were a month from now, like quite literally a month from now, like the end of May, beginning of June. That's when this eclipse energy really started. Captoria, thank you for the $10. Oh, very informative. Oh, good, good. I'm glad. That's what I'm here for. So let's get into some other things. These are other notes that like I just had like pinpointing, like little things I really wanted to make sure I mentioned to you guys. So we talked about the North Node, right? And how with this eclipse energy, it's really helping us. It's getting us where we need to be, where we should be, as far as our emotional fulfillment is concerned. Now the South Node. The South Node is actually conjunct with Saturn retrograde right now in Capricorn. The South, I keep saying South. The South Node. Wait, at Ray of Light Tarot, I see you. Hi. Oh yeah, shout out to Jason from Ray of Light Tarot. He's awesome. I know I mentioned him before. I caught him live today or yesterday. Anyway, he's fabulous. Check him out. He's amazing. And I subscribe to him so you can find him on my channel. Anyway. So Saturn going retrograde in Capricorn has been going on for a while now. I believe it goes direct. Actually, you know what? I have that written down here. When does that go direct? Goes direct on September. Jupiter goes direct in August. Okay. Oh, here he is. Hi. Thanks for the 1999. Oh my gosh, I love you so much. Definitely check out his channel, guys. He's amazing. He's very gifted and he has very, very sweet energy. Thanks for stopping by. That's really sweet of you. So just keep in mind, guys, with the aspects of the North Node creating this eclipse energy, pushing us on our path, we now have Saturn conjunct with the South Node. Okay, that's going to create a lot of tensions around authority and control issues. So if you've got people in your life, especially in your family or your living environment or your inner circle, who've got some authoritative issues, you included, because some of us are in that boat, that's going to come to a head and that's going to come to light, and people are not going to be having it. Like, they're not. It's going to be a little, like I said, it's going to be uncomfortable. Will there be arguments? Probably. But it's going to be more uncomfortable than anything, especially on the 11th when that Uranus aspect comes into play. I believe I wrote it down. It doesn't matter because I know it's going to make it more complicated than it has to be. But just know issues around authoritative figures, issues around control, feeling controlled, feeling like people are trying to exercise their authority over you, especially with Mars conjunct Mercury, both in Leo. People are going to be really cocky about it. Okay. And you're not going to put up with it. I mean, just plain and simple. So people are really going to be put in their place around this time. Let's see. Oh, I talked about the uncomfortable conversations. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah, the chakras. So I talked about this in the last video I put up. I know not a lot of people caught it because it was just one of those really quick ones that I just knew I had to get up there. So there's going to be a lot of heart chakra stuff going on. Okay. And I was feeling it pretty early on, which is why I did that work on the collective for your heart chakras. Please be mindful of that during this heavy Cancerian portion. And as we move closer to the Leo portion of the month of July, because we're working with a lot of Cancer Leo energy anyway, but then we're really in Leo season by the end of the month. It's going to be a lot of solar plexus emphasis. Okay. So if any of those two chakras for you are overactive, underactive, you might have some stomach issues, digestive issues. You might have some chest pain, heart palpitations on the physical sense. On the emotional sense, you're going to struggle with being overly confident or underconfident. And just like with your emotions, being overly emotional or being very detached from your emotions. So just be mindful of that through the month of July. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, I talked about the cockiness. Let's see. Oh, okay. This was the last little thing I wanted to mention. It's really small, and it's just something that I realized because you guys know I'm paranoid about earthquakes. You know, I'm really paranoid. I'm a little traumatized from earthquakes. And I have been kind of keeping track a little bit. So I know Chile had an earthquake not too long ago, maybe like in the last like 6 weeks. So the eclipse can be seen, I believe, from most of Latin America, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe it's most of North America, definitely over Chile. That energy that I said, that explosive energy, again, an aspect I don't want to get into because I, don't want to get confused. Don't want anyone to get confused here. Is associated with earthquakes and volcanic activity. Something to keep in mind. something to just maybe keep in the back of your head, okay? So definitely dates to look out for. July 11th is when that explosive activity comes into play. Of course, July 2nd, when the eclipse actually happens. And also, guys, stay grounded as much as possible. Stay grounded as much as possible during this time and try to stay in your element. So if your chart is mostly water, go and be by the water on the day of the eclipse. If your chart's mostly earth, go to a park, go hiking, let your feet actually touch the earth. It's actually a really great way to stay grounded by letting your feet actually touch the dirt of the earth. If you're an air sign, just go out for a walk, maybe go hiking. Why not? That actually is really good for air signs. Fire signs, go and be out in the sun. Go and just sit out there like a lizard and just soak it up, okay? It's gonna make you feel a lot better. But yeah, those are the big things I really wanted to touch on. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, I touched on everything. Oh, manifestation. Okay. Then this is the last thing as far as the eclipse is concerned. Manifestation energy. So in July, like I said, a lot of Cancerian and Leo energy, a lot of cardinal energy, and a lot of fixed energy. Cancers are actually really great at manifesting. They're incredible manifestors. And so while you're going on to your new path towards what you truly feel is best for you and what's really going to make you the happiest regarding your home situation, your social circle situation, your family situation, what have you, and again, wherever it's falling in your house, please check your charts. Just know that it is a really great energy to manifest with. And along with that Leo energy, it's a lot more of that no bullshitting around. It's a lot more of that, I know what I want, I'm going to manifest it, and you are not going to sway me away from my own emotional fulfillment, okay? That's the last thing I wanted to touch on. So yeah, guys, it's a lot of stuff we're working with. It's very, like I said, it's very complex energy going on right now just for this first half of July. And then I will do a video later on the next eclipse, which is on the 16th. And then I'll do a video for the new moon in Leo on the 31st, when Mercury is actually going direct on the same day. Okay? Okay. Oh, thanks for the $14.99. Peace and love. And thank you again to everybody who sent super chats. Like I said in the beginning, I had a lot of notes. Just didn't want to forget where I was. Didn't want to lose out on any information. When will you do the other zodiac signs? I had to sleep the last couple days, guys. Like I said, I haven't really been sleeping like for months now. Like I maybe get like one night of solid sleep, and then the rest of the nights were like 1 to 3 hours. Like I really have not been sleeping. And after I did the water signs, I think I saw this in the video. I tried to do Gemini for one of my Patreon videos, and my energy just got zapped. It was like, oh, I'm out. I'm out. I got to go lay down. And then that's when I started getting all that heart chakra stuff. And that's when I put that video out there. So honestly, guys, I've been asleep like in and out the last couple days, like since Friday, and it's like Sunday night. I've literally been asleep in and out, just enough to get like water and food, watch the occasional reading. Thank you for the 1111, Scorpio. Oh, wait, what does that say? Debbie? Thank you, Debbie Ash. I appreciate that. Guys, light workers, this energy has been really hard on light workers. Okay, it's been hard. I was just joking with, was it Adriana or Glenn? See, like I've been so tired, like I can't even remember if it was Adriana or my friend Glenn. We were joking like, oh yeah, light workers are just grounded. Like we're not flying anywhere. We're just grounded right now. Oh, that one's fine. That one's cool. So yeah, I've been sleeping, guys. I was hoping to get to fire signs, but I finished my Patreon videos for any patrons watching. Do Patreon get extra videos? Yeah, they do. Yeah, because it's paid content, so it's extra videos on top of what I do for YouTube. That gives you any idea of how many videos I do. But tomorrow I'm back on my system. So fire signs, then air signs, then earth signs. So yeah, guys, who is Adriana? Oh, she's the one who actually helped me with my DNA activation when I went to Sedona. I put her information in all my videos at the bottom, so go ahead and just scroll down, you'll see it. Her Facebook page is Magic in the Cosmos. She's amazing. I love her. She's just amazing. There are no words to describe, but definitely check her out. She also works with Misty, for anybody who's familiar with them. Thanks for the $9.99. Thank you for all you do. Oh, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. And guys, eclipse energy is exhausting. It is. Like, expect to be fatigued. Expect to be fatigued. Hold on a second. That should be fine. Mike York, thanks for the $9.99. A lot of purging going on last couple days. Yeah, definitely. And guys, that's the other reason why I don't sleep so much, because I do so much in the 5D that when I sleep, I'm not really resting. you know? So every once in a while, I gotta crash. Thank you for the 20 bucks. Oh, wait, is that 20 NZ? Thank you for the 20 NZ. I'm not sure what kind of currency that is, I gotta be honest. Love your work. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with all of us. Oh yeah, guys, I mean, this is like intense energy. I want you guys to be prepared. Like, I want you guys to be ready for what's coming and to use this energy to your advantage. There is going to be a little frustration, like up until December. Like, so just know that there's going to be frustration because we're all trying to do new stuff. We're all trying to get to implement changes that's going to make us the happiest and what we truly want for ourselves. But at the same time, all these retrograding long haul planets, like I said, is really slowing us down to make sure that we really wrap shit up properly before we go ahead and do it. So it is going to be a little frustrating. Let's see. Thanks for the $10, fellow 5D dreamer. Yeah, guys, if you see me in the 5D, like definitely email me. A lot of people do email me when they see me in the 5D. And it's interesting too. I've started to do 5D work with other light workers from YouTube, which is actually really, really awesome. I've been loving that. Melody, thanks for the $2. What's all this mean for babies due? Oh, oh, that's an interesting question. Let me think about that. Due in July and August. I guess it would depend where in July or August the due date would take place, because one of the long haul planets is going direct. Jupiter is going direct on the 11th of August. And Jupiter going direct will be really nice for your baby if they're born on the 11th or later. I know you can't really control that all that much. But yeah, with 4 planets retrograde, the long haul planets retrograde, that might create some difficult, I'm just being honest, it's going to create some difficult aspects in anyone's chart born during this time. It would be better if they're born after August 11th, just because Jupiter will be direct and it will be in Sagittarius. And that's an awesome placement to have, Jupiter in Sag, without it being retrograde. Because retrograde associations in charts don't always necessarily create negative aspects, but they're more likely to because they're retrograding, especially since we've got so many of them retrograding. All of these long haul planets, essentially, like, anything that's after Mars tends to set up, not set up, but like, what's the best way for me to say this? Tends to indicate lifelong patterns for us from when we're born, right? And all the planets that are on the other, like, you know, on the other side from Mars, you know, past Earth, like into Venus and Mercury, those associations, designations tend to be more affecting our day-to-day from our charts, but like Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, Uranus, Pluto, all of that affects our long-term lifespans, okay? Chen Wilson, thanks for the $9.99. Love the reading. I'm a Scorpio with Pisces moon and Sag rising. Oh my gosh. Oh, I bet your chart is interesting. Oh, a Pisces moon. Oh, I can't imagine how intuitive you are, especially with Scorpio. And actually, and Sag rising. Sag is the intuitive fire sign, at least as far as I'm concerned. Wow, yeah, that's a little intense. That's a little intense. Got my chakras balanced. Oh, good, good, good. Told me my intuition was strong. Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, good. Especially if you're aligned. Yeah, your intuition should be really on point. But yeah, guys, just stay grounded during this time. Any decisions you're faced with, take the time to make these decisions because, like I said, we got a lot of long haul planets retrograding, not to mention Mercury going retrograde, and we can't live our life by others anymore. A lot of people are essentially waking up to that during the month of July. We can't live our life by others anymore, what other people expect of us. It's about what we need to be happy. Do you do natal charts? You know, it's funny. I don't necessarily read individual people's charts. It's just, okay, so here's a little history on WaterBaby. Because a lot of you have asked me how I got into tarot, and I did the video on that, how I got into tarot. And guys, when I say like, this is what I was just supposed to do, I didn't really choose it. It was just exactly that. Like, this is just what I was supposed to do. Before I got into tarot, throughout the course of my life, I've always studied these disciplines on and off. Like, ever since I was a kid, I started studying astrology probably when I was like 7 or 8, to be honest. When I started studying it just for fun. And then the math nerd took over and I started studying numerology and I started studying the occult and other cultures of their version of the occult and paganism and indigenous cultures, etc. Just on and off because I just enjoyed this stuff. And then actually tarot was one of the last things I got into, to be honest with you. And I've also studied earth science. I've studied environmental science. It's like I just have I've come to a point in my life where I feel like I can see the big picture of how it all kind of falls into place, which is why metaphysics is really fascinating to me. Because not to mention, I've also had these spiritual experiences throughout the course of my life. So that's a little history on me. So I've never taken the time to like set up a business to study individual charts and to tell people what they need to look out for, etc. Because this is just something I've studied for the fun of it. JB, thank you for the $20. Pisces Sun, Virgo Moon, Cancer Rising. Oh my gosh, you're probably so awesome and so sweet. Oh, I love that. The Cancer Rising with a Pisces Sun. Wow. You're probably so nurture. Okay, not to like totally call you out, but you've probably had a lot of overgiving experiences is probably my guess. You probably really just like to nurture. It's like you probably don't even see the point in not doing or pursuing anyone or anything unless there's a lot of emotion behind it as well. That's actually really awesome placements. I really like those placements together. Especially with that Virgo moon, because that Virgo moon probably does help you stay a little bit more grounded in those situations and probably helps bring in a little bit more of the analytical over the emotional when needed, which is really cool. Anyway, I could go on and on. But guys, we've covered a lot of information. Oh, Scorpio, thanks for the 222. Scorpio Sun, Cap Rising. Oh my God. Wait. Cap Rising. Okay. Cancer Moon. Wow, Cancer Moon with a Scorpio Sun and Venus in Sag. Oh my. I bet you're probably very misunderstood, especially in relationships. I feel like you're probably very misunderstood. Because I feel like you come off as very emotion based, but then when it comes to love, it's like you're ready for like the action, like you're ready for the fun, you're ready for like almost like the show me, right? Like, yeah, you're loving and you're sweet and you can show that, but people think they don't really need to do much to show you that back. But you want to look for the action. You don't look for the word. You don't look for the words. You don't look for the touch. You look for the action. And then people can't probably deliver on that is probably my guess. But guys, like I said, I can fall down the rabbit hole all day with this, but I should probably go. And actually, I need to get more sleep, to be completely frank with you guys. I need to get more sleep before I jump into videos tomorrow because I plan on doing a lot of videos tomorrow. And I need to be grounded and rested. And with this eclipse energy, like I said, I'm already in some family shit. All right. So I wish you guys the best. I think you guys are well prepared. Oh, Edith, thank you for the $20. I'm sure you guys are well prepared. Take it easy, stay grounded, ride it out, and just remember it's about you, but don't be overly confident. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Namaste.